Alright, welcome everyone to the stream. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everything is working. You know what? I did forget to do that. I had music playing in the beginning again, but I forgot to set it so it actually outputs to the stream. That's like third time I've done that. Alright. Well, today we're going to be working on the intro that I've been working on for a little while. Probably like 2 hours of work so far. Let's see here. So it's still caching it a little bit right here. But Davinci Resolve doesn't really seem to be responding, or the playback window. Alright. Welcome, Clinton Man. Time to get some popcorn. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, so it's working here, but what about in the edit page? There we go. That's a lot louder. Just like deafen myself. So this is what we've got so far. It's kind of froze up again, because it hasn't all cached. Let's see if we can play it again here. Yep. Kind of. Alright, well, we'll just head into Fusion. I was able to play it once there. But so what we need to work on first is going to be like the background effects to this video right here. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. Something in like some film grain maybe. Something like that. Hello. Welcome to the stream. So let me just start by adding in a film grain. I'm just going to view this here so that everything else will go faster. Actually, no, we just want this to be on the media in here. Okay, well, it'll play back faster if I do it like this. Okay, so let's start with that. And then maybe add some sort of blur. Let's do some edge detect here. This I'll have to mess around with a lot though to get to look right. That's kind of a crazy effect. Could use that. Kind of like that. You got a tip for me? What is that? I will take it. Then I'm just gonna add like a blur in. Yeah, it kind of blows out the text here. I'm going to add a color corrector and just bring the brightness down. Saturation will need to go down too. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, maybe. Depends on the effects that I add in after. Alright, use a new composition for every scene. Yeah, that probably could be a really good idea. It'll allow me to render it faster for sure. I don't know if it's going to be worth it to convert out of it now. I'll definitely do that if I had another scene. Because, I mean, it doesn't need to render the stuff after the fact anyways, though, so we'll see. If it gets to a point where it's too laggy, then I can switch out. So I'm not so sure about the edge detect and the film grain. Let's try using more of like a film damage. Okay, so film damage. We'll blur it a good amount. Keep the temperature shift. Tint the same. Play around with the vignette some. Alright, then we can up the dirt size. I think that's kind of a cool look. But or the density, that's what this is. Or something like that. Am I using an adjustment clip? No, I'm not. I'm using a fusion composition. I don't know really why I did that. I just had this video. And then I also had this video. And I just overlaid them and put them into a fusion composition. I didn't realize I was going to use the third one. I should use the adjustment clips. So, yeah. How about we go through and convert all this back to fusion compositions and adjustment clips. So I'm going to grab this one. Then the transition. Let me just find the midpoint of the transition here. So it's about right here. There we go. So let's split that. And then grab a new fusion composition. Then go to the next transition midpoint. And split that. Okay. So then all of this will go into the first fusion composition. I accidentally click on the color page a lot. It's kind of annoying. So now what's wrong here? The webcam footage is not linked. That would be why. So let's bring this in. That fix it? No. Yeah, so that's going to be the problem here with that. Unless I can open this in a new timeline. Copy that. Go back to the main timeline here. And paste this. And then I can just turn this into a fusion composition. There. That works. And then I will also grab the sped up version here. So I can delete that. Okay. So transition happens like right about in here, I think. Let's see here. Transition is right there. So that's the midpoint. Okay. Then the next transition is going to happen at this point. And then I can add my hand on fire video here. Why is that displaying a transition? Confused as to what's going on here. And then that will end right here. Actually, like now that I'm going back and redoing this, I'm starting to rethink how I'm going to want this to be. So I'm just going to grab some text. So let's do awesome. Tutorials. Every week. And this one I could do like Davinci Resolve tutorials. Then every week, and then just do Jake Wet. So I think that's what my layout's going to be. Okay. I'm just going to delete that now. And then I'll come in here to the bottom one and grab like some of the text animations and whatnot. So I for sure want the text. I'm not sure if I want the like the effects I did to the background video because I wasn't really liking that. So I'll put that in there. Then this is the next text. Right? Yeah. Might have to redo this one if I'm going to do Davinci Resolve. Hello, the creative modeler. Welcome to the stream. I actually didn't do text. Oh wait, no. I grabbed the wrong one. Okay. This one goes in here. And then this one will all go into the middle one. So now I can delete that, delete this, and paste it. Okay, perfect. So let's play around with this. What camera do I use to record my videos? I use the, for this one, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. So yeah, it's got really good results and it plays back really nice inside of Davinci Resolve. Or I mean, of course not when you have all these fusion effects, but... And the color correction is amazing, like what I can do with that. So let's just get this to load. Alright, there we go. Wonder, should I utilize a fusion transition instead of an adjustment clip? I think I'll do that because the fusion transitions you can actually cache. You can't cache an adjustment clip. I'm gonna work on doing the tutorials thing in here though quick. I need to offset the timing here. We don't want that. It's causing the video not to play right away. Here, I'm just gonna delete that. And then add this back in. There we go. And then take the keyframes and move them forward here. Something like that. Hey, welcome to the stream. Today we're just working on making an intro. Any feedback is appreciated. Does this not have motion blur on it? It does not. I want the motion blur. You're saving up to buy the Blackmagic 6K. Yeah, that's a good camera. I guess it's pretty much the same as the 4K, except some of the resolution increases. How's the battery life on that one? Is that one better or worse? I'd assume it'd be worse. Unless they upgraded it somehow. This does render or like cache a lot faster. So thank you for that suggestion. Okay, so that's what we got so far. So now I'm going to add in a cross dissolve. Oh, that's a problem though. We're gonna have to use an adjustment clip because there's no overhang on this. Oh, maybe we can make some. Let's see if I just drag this out and split it. Will it work then? Oh wait, no, this is the one that doesn't have any. Yeah, I'll just use an adjustment clip. It's not that big of a deal. So let's see. I want that to start like right around here. It's probably about that long. There we go. You have 3 Canon EF lenses. Okay. Yeah, so that'll work on there, right? Or do you need a speed booster? I'm not super familiar with the different size lenses. I just got a Lumix G. It's a 35 or a 15 to 35 or 12 to 35. Forgot exactly which one it is. 2.4 aperture. Anyways, transform node. This is where it switches. So I'll just drag this over. I think I had it at negative 3.5. And then if I set this to mirror, that should be right. Yeah. And then just ease this a bunch. Add some motion blur. And we're looking pretty good. That needs to be a little higher quality. Let's say 20. Or 25. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think the text will need to come on a little sooner. Your easy in looks really good. Thank you. Glad you like it. Alright, so I'm just going to come in here and shift the keyframes of the text over a few. Let's let that cache. It goes a lot faster now, which is nice. There we go. Another tip. What is this tip going to be? Alright, let's try this. I'm still thinking it should be coming in already, like right about here. Let's go to this Fusion clip. I guess it kind of is. There we go. Let's try that. Okay. Have your text in separate Fusion compositions with an alpha background. So the reason that I'm not going to do that is because I'm going to be doing effects on the videos, and I want to make sure that, you know, the text like blends into it really well. So maybe I'll pull it out eventually, but for now I'm just going to leave it all inside of the comps. Especially because I might do some kind of cool masking stuff. After you animate, you can cut the clip from the start to have an animation already in progress. Oh yeah, I could do that. I don't know why this one's not caching. Let's try coming in here and loading it. So you don't need speed booster. Okay, that's cool. Don't know why this is freezing up so much. None of my playback is even working here. Alright, I am just going to quickly... Oh wait, is it updating now? Alright, I am just going to restart Davinci Resolve. Here, I should actually edit this text. Restarting Davinci Resolve. Cannot type. Okay. Here, I think I can just do center to screen. There we go. It's very professional transition there. Alright, let's just restart this now. You have about 8 EF lenses? Yeah, I've just got one lens right now. Did I create that background in Fusion? Yeah, I wish. I got this just off a stock website. It could be possible in Fusion, but it'd be a lot easier to do in something like Blender. Because if you look, there's a lot of detailed models and whatnot. And the reflections. So first off, it'll be way faster to model in Blender, but then it'll also render faster in Blender and look better. But whoever did it did a really good job with it. I like it. Alright, Davinci Resolve is almost back up here. Haven't learned Blender yet. Yeah, Blender is a pretty advanced program. It's gotten easier to use though. All right. And I am back in here. I think. Is it going to open? And there we go. Okay. So now it looks like I'm actually playing it. There we go. You think the Blender interface is trash? You should have seen it in one of its earlier versions. I think it was 2.7. Before it had like a rework. Rendering in Blender is also not very fast, but it would be faster than rendering in Fusion. So, I mean, it's not the fastest you'll get, but it's faster than Fusion. For something like that. And Blender will almost all the time give you better results, more accurate renderings. I was going to say this is not rendering again, but it looks like it is. Maybe not. Might be getting hung up here. Oh yeah. It's crashing. You have no problem with long render times? Hey, the Pixel Plug, welcome. So, if you want to learn about Blender, talk to him. He's pretty good with it. Yeah, see? There he is. I love Blender. The Blender viewport is really nice because it's very responsive. Alright, looks like I have to restart Davinci Resolve again. I'm not sure what it is that's causing it to crash. So I gotta figure that out so I can remove it. Alright. It feels like it takes way longer to open DaVinci Resolve when I'm on stream. He does not have a channel. I mean, not that I know of. Yeah, he's in the Discord server. You guys are both moderators. Alright, it's almost open again here. Well, the project manager's almost open. So, yeah. How long do you think it would take you to build a background like this in Blender? Like infinitely looping all the reflections, texturing, all that stuff. That was supposed to, what was supposed to be a secret? What did I say? Sorry if I messed something up. Ah. The moderator? Okay. The pixel plug, depending on how detailed you made one in an hour. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. So it's something inside of this fusion composition here that's causing all the hiccups. So let me try taking the text off. And now we'll see if it works fine. Because that's all I was changing, is the keyframes on the text. Oh, when it all got messed up there. So let's see if it'll start rendering back now. And yes, it is. So it was definitely the text. So I'm wondering if it's a position in which its keyframes are in. Because Fusion's weird that way. And that was the only thing that I changed in between when it stopped working. So let's just recreate the text. Oh, I also wanted Davinci Resolve tutorials anyways though, so that's good. So let me do Davinci Resolve, and that'll be the stuff that comes in with the same animation as the last one. Roboto black, okay. And I could just give it some slight movement actually. That might look kind of cool. Not like a lot of movement, just a little bit. Let's come to right here. I'm just going to hide the adjustment layer so that I can come in at the correct time. Add in a follower and add some keyframes. That's one of the things I don't like about the follower, is whenever you add a keyframe on the offset, it opens up the path menu down here, and then you have to come back up and scroll down. It's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of annoying. There we go. Let's try something like that. Oh, I am so sorry. Okay, anyways, this is where we're at now. And yeah, you were supposed to see the Davinci Resolve window. I totally missed that. I'm sorry about that. All I did was disable the adjustment clip here, find the position at which I wanted the animation to start, recreate the text here, and add this animation. So hopefully not a ton. But then I'm going to add a delay here. That's funny. Okay, let's try that. Re-enable the adjustment clip here and get a version with the transition. Alright, there we go. Let's see here. What do I think I might just want to delay the animation just a bit. It doesn't quite look right to me. What do you guys think about that? Let's say I were to just shift this all over a few frames. I guess that actually looks fine. It still just feels like it locks in too fast. I feel like that's what thing I don't like is. Or maybe it's because it doesn't have motion blur yet. Let me try adding that. It's coming in too late. See, now I think it's coming in too early, if anything. But maybe it is late. I'll try moving it once I finish the motion blur here. Do I already have 4K hours watch time? I do. I've had it for like a month. Or I've been monetized for almost a month now, which is really nice. So now there are super chats on the live stream. So if anyone wants to send a super chat, I will put that towards probably getting a capture card so I can have a webcam during a live stream. You know what? It might be coming in too late. Let me try shifting it over. So yeah, just a super chat plug there. If anyone wants to do that. Or become a channel member, you can get project files. Okay, let's try this now. Just let that render. Alright. Yeah, it's going way faster with the layers here, which is cool. Alright. Yeah, I actually think it does look better now it's coming in earlier. You're right. Yep. I think it needs to be just a little bit sooner, though. Like a frame. I could be wrong there again, though, so. Let's just try doing it a frame sooner. I wish I could send you a super chat. You do great work. Thank you. But yeah, just being active in the streams, too, if you cannot. That's really helpful. And it means a lot. Alright. Then next I think I'm going to go through and work on the background effects for my webcam here. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. I do like that. Okay. So we'll do that, and then I think I'll have tutorials like come up from the bottom and push the Davinci Resolve text up, and maybe do some like bouncing, like just some slight bouncing. That could be cool. So let me try that. So I'll grab text. Select my font. And then I'll just set this to be like about the same width as Resolve here, or Davinci Resolve. I actually want this to be black. There. And then add a follower with that. So this is the part that I don't like. When I come down to position and add a keyframe, it brings you into this path menu. That's annoying to me. So let's try having it up by right here. And bring this one down. And then this will end up being probably around here. So let's go with that. And we'll set the final keyframe off to the side here. And then do some bounce effects. So we'll bring it up just a little bit. I don't want it to be that intense. But I'm just going to base it off of these points down here. Just like so. Just slowly getting smaller each time. And then of course this one being the middle one. Or the final destination. We should be on track to hit that here. Okay. So that's what we have. Let me smooth this all out. It seems like these points are a little close together. Because the bouncing feels a little fast. So let me just come to the keyframes editor. And then just spread these out. Hopefully that's not too far then. Let's try that. Yeah, I think that's better with the spacing there. Is there? Yeah, okay. Then I'll flatten those again, not the bottom one. There we go. Okay, I'm liking that. And then we will animate the text 1 here. So let's see, text 1, follower. And for right now, I'm just going to bring the delay down to 0 just to make it easier. And then I'll mess around with the delay after. Okay, so I'll add a keyframe here then, and then come up. And this one will be up a little ways from the actual tutorials text. Let me disable motion blur for right now. Bring this back up a ways. So I'm not doing the timing quite right, but I want to see what this is going to look like. Yeah, that's looking kind of cool. Like it's actually bouncing the Davinci Resolve text as it hits it. Okay, tip. Use the speed option to widen the gap. The speed option. Let me find that. So one of these down here. Oh, the time stretch? Or is it one of these? Is there something over here? Because with the time stretching, the thing I don't like about that is it'll end up in between frames, so it'll be like at 32.5 instead of 32 or 33. So I wish there was a way to change that. Okay, so it came down, now it's going to go up. Just a little bit though. Then it'll come down. Maybe up a little, and then down. So let's see how that looks. I actually quite like that. Yes, time stretch. Okay. What do you guys think about that animation? And then I'm going to play around with using a little bit of delay, but the delay has to match. Otherwise, it will not look right. So let's try that. To change the in-between frames, you can use the spreadsheet option to type in your values. Okay, I feel like it. So if I use the time change here, and then change it, where do I put in my values? Do I have to, oh wait, I click here. Oh yeah. But I feel like that's more work than just if I were to do what I did before. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'll have to look more into it. MZ Academy, welcome. Looks really sick. That's good. How much delay do you think there should be in between the text here? Should there be more? I don't know about more. I think it should be a little less. Let's try just a very little bit. That's kind of cool looking. I actually like that. So then what I need to do is keyframe the amount of delay, the difference. So on this one, I'll add a keyframe there. And then just shortly before that, it's going to be a little bit higher, because the text is going to be coming in. So there we go. There we go. All right. And then this one, we'll add motion blur. Fusion is work. You know that. Yeah. But I feel like the other one would be faster. That's just what I was thinking. I'll have to look into it more. And I'll definitely do that. But for now, I'm just going to work on getting this done. Oh, that'd be cool if we could time it when the tutorials came up to be right here. Because then it goes kind of to the music. Or when the tutorials hits the Davinci Resolve text. Let me do that. Because it should just be as simple as moving this over to there. Let's try that. Alright, then just let it render a little bit here. Right. I love how much faster this goes, though, the rendering. Guess I never really thought that would make that big of an impact. But it does, because it doesn't have to re-render this part every time, which is nice. Come on. I want to start playing from over here. Oh, actually the hit happens back here. I did it at the wrong spot. Had like a build up. Okay, so let's set it to be there. Now it should match that perfectly. Should actually have my pop filter onto my mic here. I've had it off for the last few tutorials, but during the stream, I feel like it'd be nice to have. Sorry if there was any noise, like rubbing on the microphone. All right. There we go. Let's just watch it from the beginning. Okay, so here's something. When should the next thing transition? Or when should transition to the next video? So at this clap here. So right there. Or up on the next like beat here. Like right around in this area. So there or like right in there. I guess it all depends on the transition I'm using. And I think I'm going to use more of a... I'm actually not sure what I'm going to use yet for that. I'm just going to start working on the first Fusion clip here, getting all the effects dialed in and finishing this one up. And then I'll work on the third one. So let me just explore some of the tools, the stylized tools that I have. Let's see. Here we go. Wait, no, this isn't the right one. Chromatic Aberration. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the preset one. I have to go to templates and then tools for this one. There we go. I wonder if I should do more of like RGB shift effect though. Does Fusion have something for that? Shift? Oh, just tilt shift. I could try a Radial Blur. No, it's not. It's a prism blur. But that's still going to be coming from the top. Okay, let's try this. So transform. I'll just copy this and paste an instance. Do inverted transform. And if I de-instance the invert transform here and check that, if I view both of these, it should do the opposite of whatever the one does. Yeah, it does. There we go. You can't hear my desktop audio. I wonder why that would be. Let me look at this here quick. Audio properties. Okay, let's try this. Can you hear it now? You can hear it now? Or you're probably agreeing there. I think you'll be able to hear it now. So if you can hear it now, the clap is right there. Or I would transition around this point here. You can hear it. Alright, good. Anyways, now back to this. Let me try and kind of key myself out here. Let's try something like that, and then have this, what's going to come into these. And then be merged up. I'll actually merge them up right up here. Let's delete that. And then with these, I just need to add like a color corrector and give it some weird tint, so like a red. Just experimenting here with these effects. And then a green, and then if I just shift this off to the side a little bit. Actually going to delete the Luma key here. And then just bring the blend down to like 0.5. There. Then I can add some weird glitch effect here, or chromatic adaptation. Yeah, this is gonna have to stay at 0.5. Then this transform can adjust how far out it goes. Let's do that, and then also add like a directional blur. That's actually not gonna affect it too much. Let's make these color correctors pretty intense here. Saturate it a lot. And then this will be how much there is. So I'm gonna try something like that right now. It'd be nice if you explain what you just did. Yep, I will do that. I just gotta figure it out here. Okay. So, pretty much what I just did is I'm trying to make it so that it has those like a little bit of green off to the side and then a little bit of red off to the side. So I made a transform node. And this controls like how spread out it is. If you can see that here. And I copied it and pasted an instance, so everything is linked in this transform. But then I de-instance the invert. So when I de-instance that, it's just, or when I check that, it's going to invert, or it's going to do the opposite move. So the green one is the one coming from that transform. And as you can see, it's just completely inverted. Okay? And then those each go into color correctors, and I'm just tinting them, or giving them a hue. I guess it's not a hue, it's a tint, of whatever the color I wanted. So like red and then green. So I can name this red tint. And then green tint. And then I just merge those up with 0.5% opacity to get this. And then this gets merged up on top of the original image again. Alright. That's cool. Jesus, hurts my brain. That can be done on the color page easier. You know, that's a good point, because I'm pretty sure that there is like a tool for that. Is there? Yeah, it's right here. Is this the tool? Let me try it. I'm not sure how to work it if it is. Because that's not giving the effect that I think. Do you know what the tool is called? Because I have never done it in the color page. Oh, that's kind of funky. Here's another chromatic aberration. Oh wait, is this it? This could be it. Except it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything at all. I'm pretty sure in the color page that's the tool that you use. Let me try that. Let me just copy this. Come to the color page, and it's this one. No, it's not that one. Why can't I undo that? Where was that? Here it is. This one's not affecting it either. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Never expect to do half the stuff he does after the first watch. Muscle memory for these tools. Yeah. It takes a lot of practice to get this stuff down. And I do go pretty fast in my tutorials just to keep the time down a little bit. I'm making it a little too complicated. Probably. Probably. I think I'm going to desaturate this just a little bit though. Because that's way too intense and kind of creepy actually. Let's hide that. Alright. You forget everything. You have to watch the video 100 times. Well, that's good because then I get 100 views. Yes, you can watch from the beginning. This will also be up once I'm done streaming. So you can watch it anytime you want. Or watch the intro from the beginning. Okay. Give me 1 second for this to render. I read you wrong there. And I actually didn't see it right away. And you'll get the name for me. Thank you. I guess that's my new name now. I'm going to rename my channel Master Whip. Okay, here we go. You know, let me full screen it. And that's all I have. My delay is not actually insane. It's just I didn't read chat there for a while. So I've got my delay really is not that bad. But anyways. Yeah, no problem. Let me know what you think about it. I think I'm going to make this aberration just a little more intense there, or like the split more intense. Do something like that. Maybe not that intense then. There we go. And then maybe add the scan lines. If he reads it, I'm fine. You want to see how I do the text? Okay, the text in which one? The first one or the second one? Because we can take a look at that. But then also in the streams, I go over how to make it at points in them. Okay, let's try that. I wonder what these different apply modes would do. I think overlay is just going to be the best. Yeah. What is my audience retention on my tutorials? Let me check that out. I probably should pay a little more attention to all of that. Awesome. Okay. So this text, what I have is in the modifiers. Oh, wait a minute. How did I animate this one? Let's see. Okay. So I just animate the position to come up on one of them. So this is what it is. It comes up to the bottom. And then a few frames after, I animate the tracking so that it comes down. And then in the Spline Editor, I just added a lot of easing to it. And then I threw in a duplicate node that just brings them up with a center offset. And then a time offset to get that delay. So it's pretty simple, but it looks really cool. The big thing where the text moves into the middle. You work on all the little details like the background of the text, unlike me. Yeah. That just comes with time, that's right. Okay, let's see. Analytics. It's under engagement. My average view duration is only 2 minutes actually. But that's because some of my most popular videos are about 2 minutes long. For example, like the motion blur and those ones. But I think like if I go to my last video, that would be an audience retention of 35%. That's a 4-minute video. So it's okay. All right. I can make it move, but I don't have that smoothness. And I've never tried duplicate. Okay, so for the smoothness, let me remove the smoothness from mine here so I can show you how to do it. So you open up the Spline Editor here, and so you've got your animation points. So I'd select mine and then hit F. And then when you hit T, you have the different ease and ease out values. And like 100, that's if you have both of them set to 100, it's going to just move slowly and then instantly move, as you can see on the position graph here. So you'd want like a little less depending on the situation. I forgot what I had mine set to here. They were pretty intense, I know. Like this one here is set to 96 and 94. And then this one's set to 99. So you just have to select them, hit F, and then hit T to get this manager up here. Okay, I also want to add in a transform node here. So that the my webcam back here will come in. And again, I'll ease this one a bunch. And then bring this one all the way down to 0. There we go. That might be a little fast. There we go. Okay. You have a problem? It takes so long to blur my 20-minute videos. Oh yeah, for the motion blur. Some of us need really simple tutorials like, this is how you launch Davinci Resolve from a shortcut icon. Yeah, so some of those would be nice. I'm not sure about that simple. So adding the motion blur, yeah. Is that using the fusion method with the vector motion blur node? Because that one takes a long time. How good is your computer? If you're talking about mine, it is a 2nd gen Threadripper, so 16 cores, and a RTX 2080 Ti with 32 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, you learned about this on a Fortnite montage. Alright, on the color page, go to the color tab at the top of the page, go to nodes and select add the splitter combine node. Let me try this right now. Color page, okay. Is it up here? Wait, where was it? You said, and on the top of the page, go to the nodes. Oh yeah, select the splitter. Am I reading that wrong? How do you get the splitter and combiner node? Add a node. Oh wait, it's right here. And then the combiner. So this, let's see if we did that. Then you probably offset it somehow. Ah, I gotcha. So you can adjust the pan. Okay, that makes sense. I'm just gonna stick with my method in Fusion for right now. But I see where that was going there. Okay, or is this in your motion blur one? Yeah. Okay. You're starting to feel like you are me from another alternate universe. There's a bond going on in the YouTube chat. Okay, also with this media in, I want it to fade in. So I'm gonna achieve that is going to be adding a background node. And then using the blend. There we go. Now I'll let this load and then we can watch it from the beginning. Am I looking at making like a separate tool for the Chromatic Aberration, or like the color split there for Fusion? Because the one in Fusion doesn't really get the results that I want. So I might look into that, and then just combining it into a macro, so it's easy to use. And that way it's all in the Fusion page, because that's something I don't like, is that I don't like going in between the Fusion and the color page. Play black. Oh, what's going on? I just saw my crazy messy desktop there. Okay, that's looking pretty good right now. And I think I've decided that I want it to end on the clap here. So I think the clap's right here. Yeah, that's right. And let me try. Do I have a shake transition? Oh wait, I forgot that doesn't really work. Let's shorten this. I also want to set this so that it renders the transitions. So I'm just thinking like a kind of shake preset would be kind of cool here. So let's just let that render. That's kind of cool, but I think it's a little... let's do a randomness up the speed, maybe. That actually looks really kind of cool there. Whatever. I'm actually going to look at how he made this, because I like that warping effect there. So, little quick tip here. If you copy a node, or like a macro, and then get like Notepad, I'm actually going to be using VS Code just because it's easier, but you can do this in Notepad. So I'm just gonna make a new file. But so then you just paste it in here, and you'll get all of the code from the node. Okay. And if you come up to the top and change the macro to group, and then copy it all again, all you have to do is paste it, and now it's into a group. If that makes sense. So now I can see all of the nodes that he used to make this transition. Then I can just ungroup it, and then I have all the nodes. So I can see my media in 1, media in 2. This is the thing that switches it, so it does the transition. And that's just a dissolve node that he renamed. Then he uses a prism blur with a heavy vignette. And then he zooms in just a little bit, as you can see there. Then he adds the intense shaking. And that's just using one of the shake nodes. And then finally a distort. So he just ups the distortion a lot there. So that's kind of cool. I like that. So let me just undo all this. There we go. And then I can just let this render again and see if that is the result that I want. Still not sure about that. I think I'm just going to go with no transition for the time being. And yeah, I'm gonna call the stream for today. Hopefully I can do another one soon here. Let's keep working on this intro, just little by little. I'm liking how it's turning out so far. But thank you for everyone that tuned in today and was active in the chat. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll just wait to see if anyone has any final questions, and then end the stream. Alright, thanks for the stream. Yep, no problem. Thank you for joining. See you later, the Pixel Plug. Gotta rename my channel just for a little bit. Just throw everybody off. Except for the people that were in the stream. Alright,